Today we're unboxing something that we've been wanting to experience since we started this channel, and that's a rooftop tent.
That's right, OPENROAD sent us their entry-level softshell rooftop tent, and since it's priced right around $1,000, we're curious if it's really going to deliver on a true rooftop tent experience, as well as how quick is it to set up, what's it like to pack up, and most importantly, how good is it to actually sleep in?
I think it's time that we unbox this tent, get it mounted, and take it out for a quick trip.
So stick around to see how it all comes together, plus our honest first night review and first impressions of everything this tent has to offer.
That was pretty cool. I didn't have to worry. It's nice not having to worry about like putting it up with the tent poles or anything. We literally just unfolded it and there's the tent. See, there's the door. Haha. What we have in here is it looks like this is the cover for it. So when we're not using it, we can cover it up on Devin's truck. And then we have the ladder, some poles, I'm assuming for the awnings on either side. Looks like this is probably, oh, this might be the shoe bag that they gave us. And then the mounting hardware. So I'm not gonna lie, there were a few things about this tent that totally shocked me in a good way. The mattress underneath is actually really nice. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was probably expecting a really like light layer of foam, but this is an actual mattress that has some squish to it, which is really nice. And the way that it folds out actually gives us a lot more space than I originally thought. So I am excited to get this mounted and to put it to the test. So now we're gonna open up this box that was inside. And we have bungee cord, and then this looks to be all of the pieces that we're going to need to mount it properly to the truck bed rack. Oh, and look at that, they gave us some nice wrenches. Is that a ratcheting one? What? That's cool. A little bit of more hardware. And then what looks to be a bag. We're gonna go ahead and flip this over because we have to access the side with the screw holes to be able to place the mounting channels. We're gonna be installing 2 of them on the bottom of the actual tent. There are 4 screw holes to be able to access. Now the way that you access these, you are going to have to stick your hand between the actual hard piece and where the mattress is on this side. Tightening the bolt into the nut using this 13mm ratcheting wrench. On this side opposite of the hinge, it wasn't so easy to just go right underneath. I actually had to go ahead, unsecure it, and then zip open like the entrance to be able to stick my hand up underneath to be able to put the bolts in. We are putting down some straps over on this side because we're going to roll the tent onto this side to finish installing the ladder. And then in order to get this up on Devin's truck bed, we actually are going to use our lift that we have for the Bronco hardtop to go ahead and put it up on the truck bed rack. We're now gonna be installing the mount for the ladder. Now this is on the opposite side of where we were putting those mounting channels. So we flipped it over and then covered by some black tape, there are holes here for these brackets right here. Now this one is going to be mounted to these holes under here. You can see that there's stickers right there that I just stuck holes in. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking the bolts, and I needed to unzip the tent just to go on the inside to put it up and through like this. I'm gonna go ahead and then take the bracket, line it up, install the washers. And for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and hand tighten the nuts, and then I'll go back and tighten it in just a moment. Now we're gonna take the actual ladder and install it to the mount right here. The way we're gonna go ahead and do this is I'm going to be taking this side and it's gonna go through the mount, through the ladder. And then on the inside of the ladder is where I'm gonna be putting the washer and the nut.
Now we're gonna go ahead and rotate the tent. The reason for that is right now it opens towards the driver's side, and you can tell that based on where basically the feet of the ladder are. So Eric and I are gonna rotate it because I want it to open on the passenger side. So decide on that before you get it up on your truck. That way, once it's up there, you can just bolt it down.
There you go. That's all the way up. So one thing to check before you put your rooftop tent up here is I would measure it to make sure you have just the right amount of space between your two support bars. Ours was a little bit too far spaced out, so we ended up having to push the bars in a little bit closer. And now that we've done that, we have the space to be able to slide in the other side of those bolts like that. Then I'm going to be removing these nuts and mounting it in place using this bracket here. Once you've gone ahead and secured all 4 sides of your rooftop tent, you can now go ahead and put the end caps on. We're here in Big Bear, California to give the OPENROAD rooftop tent a real life try. Now we're excited because we're actually going to be sleeping in the tent with our dogs today, and we came out in the middle of the forest, so there's no amenities, nothing like that, so we really get to put it to the test. So I'm going to show you how to get it set up. So the first thing we're going to do is unattach this strap right here, and then do the same thing on the other side. Now that we have it unstrapped, we're gonna go ahead and take off the top, which is just put on by zipper. So I use this Velcro right here to hold the tie in place, and then we start unzipping from underneath. So now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and unvelcro, and the actual cover should come off just like that. And then the whole cover can come up and off, and you could just store it in the bed of your truck. Now that we have the cover off, we can go ahead and unvelcro this strap right here. Now there is 2 of these straps, one on this side and then one on the driver's side towards the cab. So now it's time to go ahead and open up the tent. All I have to do is push it up and let it fall down. I'm going to guide it though. Obviously we don't want to put any extra weight on that side. Now we're gonna go ahead and drop the ladder. So just make sure you're careful because once you unvelcro, it does come out pretty quickly. Now you wanna make sure your ladder is locked and secure before even trying to climb on it. And the way that you can test that is there are these little thumb tabs right here that will pop out when they are locked into place like this and push in when they are not locked into place. So just make sure you're sturdy, and you don't wanna have it at more than a 30-degree angle because that will make this part unsteady. This bag right here has all the pulls that you need. So when I open this flap right here, you're gonna see this hole. Now these pulls go in a specific angle. So you have to find that angle. There we go. From here, I'm able to bend the pole to get the corner of the rain fly up. So now I'm gonna be doing the same thing on this side right here. I'm gonna open up the flap. This one is gonna be angled outwards like that. Then I usually grab it right here. And the nice thing about these is the tension really does hold it out like that. Now there are 8 of these poles in total, 2 for every side. So you're gonna repeat the same process on all 4 sides. So this tent does come with a pre-installed rain fly, which is super nice. So on the side where we have our entrance and on the opposite side, you can go ahead and put up the rain fly, or if you're choosing to go without the rain fly, then you could actually use the same poles to put up an awning. Since we're not gonna use the awning, I'm actually just gonna roll this up. And there's hooks up here that I'm able to attach it to keep it up. You can see right there, I can grab that, go through that hook, then do the same thing right here. And there we go. Now this netting does close, and it actually has its own hook too if you want to just go ahead and roll it up completely. So now we have these bungee cords that are inside right here. Now what this is you put it in when you're storing the tent, so that way the sides fold in and prevent a lot of spillage out of the sides. So now that we have the tent all set up, we can just go ahead and detach them from the rings, and then your tent will be ready to go. Now there are 4 of these. You have 2 on the top and 1 in the back, 1 in the front.
So it's morning here in Big Bear, California. We spent our first night in the OPENROAD rooftop tent, and I gotta tell you, it is a huge game changer for us. Super easy to open and set up. Took us maybe 10 minutes compared to a ground tent, which probably take us anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, which is not bad, but with something as easy as this, I would much rather take the 5 minutes, put up the poles, and get to camping. So we're gonna walk you through some of the features we liked, some of the things that we feel like could be better, and our overall impressions. Now, starting off with the entryway, this awning was really nice because we were able to hang some LED lights. This is a string light, and then we have this right here, which acted as our porch light. So if anybody had to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, they could just turn it on from right here and be able to see the ladder and safely get down. The window itself has 2 layers. It has the actual netting, which is nice because we were able to keep air flowing through here and keep bugs out, as well as this actually heavy-duty tarp material, which helped to keep the tent cool during the day and makes it easier for packing. So we actually did sleep relatively comfortably last night. The mattress itself is pretty darn good, I will say that, but I do think in the future we might consider maybe getting one that's a little bit more plush or adding a topper to it just to give us a little more support. So a few things that we came up with that we felt like could potentially be better if they were to remake this product or add ideas to this product was one of them being this shoe bag right here. Now, while the shoe bag is really, really nice, and it was really nice to be able to put our shoes in and get into the tent, it wasn't attached to anything. It's really just a Velcro bag. I happen to use the bungee cords from the inside of the tent just to kind of wrap it around and hang it off the ladder. It would just be nice if we had a consistent way of hanging the bag where it's not going to fall off, because that did fall off on us about 2 times. They could have added maybe a tablet or a phone case that could hang up here just so you can watch as you're laying down. We were able to hang a fan up on the bar up there, which was really nice, but it would also be nice to have a place to watch something maybe we had downloaded on our phone. Overall, we are in love with this tent. It has a lot more space on the inside than we had originally thought. There was 2 humans in there, 3 dogs, 1 medium, 1 large, and 1 small. And we had enough room to be able to move around and change positions without any issues at all. Everybody was comfortable through the night and slept through to the morning. We also really liked the LED strip that they added inside the tent. All we had to do was hook it up to a USB power source and it lit up the tent super nice, made it easy to move around, adjust, and get ready for bed. Overall, I think this is going to be our new main camping setup. It was so easy, it was nice, it was comfortable, and all the dogs fit in carefully, which I really, really liked. So if you're interested in the OPENROAD rooftop tent, we're going to leave the link down in the description below. If you have any questions about our experience with this tent, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot. And we will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.